Hey, Todd.
How's it going, Mark?
I want to get right to it. Can you explain to me, as you understand it, the difference between voter fraud and voter suppression?
So the way I understand it, and I read the definitions where voter fraud is more like using other people's, you know, identities or something, or throwing ballots in the garbage or stuff like that. Voter suppression is suppressing a group of people not to go and voice their opinion.
I looked it up too, and I looked at a Wikipedia article, pretty simple. And there was a 20-year study by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. There's been a 0.00006% possibility of voter fraud over the past 14 years. It has not had any effect. And I'm not sure in a history, voter fraud, people impersonating other people, whatever it is, has changed an election. What I want to ask you to consider is these claims by Donald Trump of voter fraud.
I think it's bullshit. I mean, even the last election, they were saying that, they started up with the voter fraud right away. And to me, I think it's thrown around because in case they don't win, they could be like, oh, voter fraud, we called it. That was what we said.
Okay, Todd, you don't sound like a Republican. Of course, I'm hoping by the time we're done with these dialogues before the election, I'll have helped you see the light. But you sound just like me.
Yeah.
You know where this picture comes from?
No, actually, I don't.
This is Milwaukee. This is
Okay.
April 7th election. You can see some people, and these are probably Democrats, or maybe the Republicans. Some people are wearing masks, some were not, right? This is during the pandemic. This was for a Supreme Court election. Do you know how many different polling stations there are in Milwaukee?
Just a lot. There's got to be a lot.
180. Do you know how many they opened for this election? Five. They could not get poll workers. The Republican-dominated House and Senate in the Wisconsin legislature threw all other kinds of obstacles to basically suppress the vote, to keep people, because they knew, especially in Milwaukee, it's a very Democratic place, they knew that the Democrats would knock it out of the park. And you know what these people did in Milwaukee? If you didn't read the story, they lined up CIA, the president's own security people, and across the country saying, we don't see evidence of voter fraud. He keeps pushing that lie at all of his rallies. He keeps saying it on the news, and it's not true.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, especially with the pandemic going on, the fact that they're fighting mail-in ballots and whatever, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because I voted early for the last 2 elections.
That voter suppression and voter fraud argument that he's confusing is really hurting America.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page. It's asinine, really. It's the only word I got for it. It's just, no, it shouldn't be happening.
All right.
That's it.
And you have the right to keep smoking the way you're smoking. And, I'm going to keep bugging you every day because, I met your daughter. I met your wife. They're wonderful. And do I have to say anything else? I made my point.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Okay, then. Talk to you next time.